My name is Sierra Hargy, and this is my culturally responsive library audit project. I am currently placed at the Hill School in Atelier, and the children in my class are ages 18 months to 2 years old. I use 35 books that were in my classroom's library. As you can see on this graph, most of my books are about non-human characters, and most of them were animals. Out of the books that had human characters, 3 were female characters, 3 of them were female main characters, 6 were male, and 1 featured a male main character. As I said before, most of the books are about animals, and as you can see, I included 2 books that included a main character that was a mouse. On this slide, you can see that out of the 35 books that I selected, one of the books included characters that were Black or African American, one of the books included main characters that were Asian or Asian American, and none of the books included Latinx characters or Native characters, and 13 of the books included main characters that were white. Sadly, out of all the books that I collected, only one was set not in the United States. It was set in Australia, and it was a book that talked about kangaroos. All of the other books were set in America or didn't specify if it was located somewhere else. Out of all 35 books, none were written in another language. They were all written in English. The setting that took place in these books were all different. 6 books took place in rural areas, 4 took place in suburban areas, and 1 took place in an urban area. The pictures that I have attached are books called In a House by Dr. Seuss, Who Said Red by Mary Servozo, which takes place in an urban area, and Just Me by Maria Hall, which takes place on a farm. I think that a book that takes place in a city or on a farm provides a window for my classroom students because it is able to show them different ways and places that people live. For example, living on a farm with animals all around them may be something that most kids don't know about because they all live in suburban neighborhoods. There unfortunately weren't any books that had characters about disabilities, and there also weren't any books with characters that were lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. I think this would have been a good window for my students because they might have never been introduced to either of these subjects. There are 10 children in my classroom. 6 of them are boys and 4 of them are girls. The students are also all white. Since most of the books in the classroom had characters that were white, this provides a mirror in books for the children, and I think that they can relate to most of them. The background is cacti in this slide because they all live in the desert, which is in Arizona. Thank you for watching my presentation.